Hi, I'm Susan Hirschman with Integrity Wealth Planning, and I'm here to help you keep calm in the strange economy. It's been a long time since investors have had to worry about inflation. Now it's making headlines because prices are rising faster than expected. In this video, I'm going to talk about what it means and what you can do to protect your portfolio. Before you start to worry about how inflation might affect your investments, let's take a closer look at the facts behind the headlines. First, what exactly is inflation? While it may sound like cause for panic, inflation simply refers to the gradual rise in prices over time, meaning the dollars you have today won't stretch as far as tomorrow. This often happens because when there's more demand than supply, prices will go up. And when an external event like a natural disaster or a pandemic, which we've all gone through, makes it hard for companies to produce enough to keep up with consumer demand, they raise their prices, resulting in inflation. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. Stable, predictable inflation is actually considered a good sign for a growing economy. Second, why is inflation rising? Inflation is rising because prices are increasing faster than usual. But it's useful to note that most measures of inflation, compared to what's happening now with what was happening a year ago at this time. At this time last year, the US economy shut down because of COVID 19. So be aware that the economic impact of the pandemic is going to distort any year over year comparisons for a while. Third, and most importantly, should you do about it? It all depends on how long it sticks around. Many economists are expecting inflation to increase in the short term, but not to affect the economy as it has in the past. The Federal Reserve is keeping a close eye on the situation. If it looks like inflation isn't going to settle down later this year, they may take action to keep it in check. Either way, the important thing is to avoid making any knee jerk reactions. If you make big moves now to hedge against inflation, you could lose big if inflation turns out to be temporary, which, to be very blunt, I think is going to be. If inflation is going to stick around for a while, it may be appropriate to make some prudent adjustments, like considering higher future inflation estimates in your long term income planning. But this all depends on individual factors, like what's in your portfolio? When are you planning to retire? Are you already retired? This is definitely not a one size fits all scenario, and this is where it helps to get personalized advice from a financial professional like me. I'm keeping a close eye on what's happening with the economy, and together we can create a plan that makes sense for your needs. If you have any questions about what I've discussed with you today, or you'd like to speak personally about what's going on, please use the form below to send me a message and I'll respond personally. Take care and we'll talk soon.